Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start out with the magician, the magus, Hermes, Mercury, the trickster, the juggler. This is very, very good energy. I think you're somebody right now who is, well, one, I think you're juggling a lot of things. Yeah. I think that you've got a lot of moving parts in your life right now. Okay. I think that you're kind of like literally juggling a lot, you know. But I feel like it's all with the same intention. There's a reason for it. And for some reason, you make it look easy. Okay? It might not be. You might be really, really frustrated. But I feel like everything is kind of going smoothly. Everything's going according to plan. And I feel that, you know, you're just kind of doing it. Like you're in the zone, you know, like, I don't know, I imagine a juggler just kind of gets into a rhythm. And, well, now it's like D'Angelo in The Office, right? I'm doing my juggling routine just with no balls. You get into the flow, and it's just kind of like your body's just doing what it needs to do. Your mind's working it. Everything's going fine, you know. And it's almost that we kind of it's almost an out-of-body experience. We almost see ourselves from afar and think, wow, it's just going smooth. Everything's working out, you know. I think you have really a wonderful attitude right now. I think that you're working really hard, and you're probably really you're frustrated, you're tired, but things are progressing beautifully for you, okay? Because I think you're creating the life you want. The magician reminds us that we are responsible for our reality, that we take the life we have and we try to optimize it. We don't have to scrap the whole thing and start over, which is, I think, one criticism of the idea of reincarnation, because it's kind of like, well, my life sucks now. I'll just wait for the next one, right? I didn't catch this train. There's another one coming along shortly. And my personal beliefs aside, I feel that all energy, all consciousness is kind of recycled, right? So even when I was a little kid, I always thought like, even after I die, at some point in the future, I'll be looking out through a set of eyes again. But I'm not going to be the same person. I don't know how much of my previous life I will still remember. I don't think I'm the same at all. I think it kind of it's recycling to me, right? It's kind of like you take all of that newspaper and it gets recycled. It becomes another newspaper, or a coffee cup or something, and it doesn't still have the words from the last one on there. You can't, it's not the same newspaper, right? And that's kind of what I'm feeling anyway, but I don't know what that has to do with this. I feel like you understand that, though, that, you know, this life has to be optimized, that we're going to do the absolute very best we can with what we have now, right? That we're not going to wish that we were born in a different time, a different place, with different genetics or whatever, that this is it. This is what I have to work with, and I'm going to do everything that I can to optimize it, to make the best of, to create the life that has the most meaning for me, okay? I feel like this is really, really good energy for you. Let's see what else is going on here. Now we've got a 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands makes me feel that you've got somebody with you. Because I see, obviously, the Ten of Wands, I always want to call it a 2, right? Because it's got those 2 out in front. It's 2 against the world. So I feel like you've got a partner of some kind. Yeah. At first, with the Magician, I kind of just felt that this is you just kind of, you're orchestrating everything. You're the conductor of the symphony. Yeah. But now I wonder if there is somebody with you, or if you wish there to be. Because this is a partnership. Okay? And this, I feel like, is really 2 people that are sharing the burden of something. Okay? And then when we have the Magician, with this card, I wonder if the Magician is about a kind of the communication that needs to happen here. Because I wonder if this is really something where somebody should be there, but isn't. Or that this isn't an equal share that we thought it was. Because I feel like there needs to be some sort of communication between these 2. Maybe it's not as balanced as we were thinking it was, or that it should be or could be. Okay? So I'm feeling that there is some sort of conversation that needs to happen. Well, let's keep going. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, see, 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords underneath everything. I kind of feel as if the Magician is bringing us some unexpected news. And I feel that it is somebody close to you. And I feel like this is going to be kind of a blessing in disguise. Okay, the 9 of Swords. What do I always say with the 9 of Swords? It's hard to find the light in this card. Every card has light and shadow. This one's mostly shadow. This is something that's going to sting, right? But really, this is something that if we really look at it closely, we can see that this is going to be for the best. Okay. Now, this really might be that conversation that says, hey, you're not pulling your weight. Or, hey, I have needs and expectations that you're not meeting, and we've got to talk about it. This is the conversation we don't want to have. We know we need to. Yeah. So I feel that it is some kind of unexpected news. I think it's from somebody that you really feel is a partner for you. Maybe this partner doesn't want to be there anymore. Maybe they are not feeling that things have been equal or fair. Okay. Maybe let's not speculate. Let's just keep going with the cards here. We got the Emperor. It might be, it could be a father figure. Okay. This could have something to do with a relationship with your father. I'm feeling this, an older male energy, but that kind of could be kind of translating into it could be translating into a feeling as if one of you is the boss and one of you is the worker, right? We could be really kind of feeling a power dynamic here, where instead of it being 10 of Wands, we're both carrying an equal number of grocery bags from the car to the house, you know? That now I'm kind of just telling you what to do and you're carrying all the bags. Somehow we ended up in this very lopsided power dynamic, okay? I feel in a way, though, this is in the past, right? This is kind of this is the influence of the reading today. This is kind of what was going on that still is pretty relevant in your mind. I wonder if this was you making a decision. I wonder if this was you standing up for yourself. Maybe standing up for yourself and saying, hey, I can't do this all on my own. I need you to help out. Okay? Because the Emperor very often is us trying to lead, trying to innovate, trying to be our own boss, right? Trying to really make decisions for ourselves and have this kind of agency and autonomy in our lives. This is an energy that sometimes tries to reinvent the wheel. Okay? And maybe that 10 of Wands is saying, if I have to reinvent the wheel, if I have to do everything myself from scratch, it's never going to happen. This is never going to work. We're never going to get anywhere. So it could be that's kind of the part of the conversation anyway that needs to happen right now. And maybe if there is this incoming message for you, it might be that this person doesn't really want the same things you want anymore. Okay, let's see what's up above. Prince of Cups. What we're looking for is honest emotions. We're looking for someone to really just tell me how you feel, right? And so this could be a message to you that you really don't want to hear, in the sense that maybe with this Emperor energy, that we've taken our leadership and our command and our authority very, very seriously, let's say, right? And so maybe with the Prince of Cups is somebody who is kind of reluctant to tell you how they feel, that said, hey, you're kind of being a little bossy here, right? And maybe we need to chill out a little bit. Sagittarius, you do have that fire in you. And that fire really is, usually you're that arrow soaring through space and time toward your intended target, right? And you push yourself, and you push yourself, and you push yourself. You can carry 100 bags of groceries at once, right? We can't expect this other person, or people maybe generally. We can't expect the others to also carry 100 bags of groceries all at once. Okay? And I wonder if people are maybe just kind of, like I said, this is kind of some unexpected news. And I feel like it's kind of something that they don't really want to have to talk about, because they're kind of just like maybe embarrassed, maybe a little bit scared. They don't want to tell you that, hey, I just can't keep up with you, right? That you're going so hard, so fast that I just can't do it. And maybe with that kind of pressure, it's leading them to think, I don't want to do it anymore. If I have to be going at 100 miles an hour all day, every day, I am just going to leave. I'm going to just say, I quit. I can't do it. Okay? Now, I don't know if this is going on in a romantic relationship, if it's a friendship, if it's a business situation, if it's maybe something at school, if you're a teacher, if you're a supervisor or a boss or a business owner. I feel like somebody really needs to have that conversation with you to say, hey, I'm doing the best I can. It doesn't seem to be good enough for you. Okay? And also, I want to say that maybe this is reversed. Maybe it's you that needs to have that conversation with somebody else. But Sagittarius, knowing you a little bit, I feel like it might be you that's going really pedal to the metal, right? Balls to the wall. And I don't think other people can really keep up with you. But whatever the situation is, the conversation needs to happen. Okay, let's see what's going on in the front here. 9 of Cups, yeah, because we want happiness, we want fulfillment, right? We want everything to kind of to blossom and grow in this very happy and fulfilling way. We've got goals here. We've got aspirations, not only physically, financially, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, creatively. This is the dream that keeps on dreaming. This is the happiness that keeps on happening. We're not going to get there, right? This is why you are so adamant. This is why you are so almost forceful with things. This is why you do not stop, because you're getting here, because this is the life we want. And so in your mind, it's like, let's just go at 100 miles an hour all day, every day, because we're going to get here. Like, how come y'all don't see that? How come y'all aren't as fired up as I am, right? Not everybody can keep up with you, okay? And so we have to expect from people what is within their capabilities, okay? We don't judge the turtle because it can't run as fast as a hare, you know. We expect people to live up to their potential. Now, if the turtle's just kind of sitting there, feet up on the log and chewing on a carrot or something, not working at all, then we say, hey, come on, you gotta get a move on, right? Everybody has their own limitations. Everybody has their own capabilities. Okay? We can't expect everybody to perform at the same level because everybody is different. Yeah. This is good. 9 of Cups is very good. I feel like this is where we're going. It might just be that we hold ourselves to that 100-mile-an-hour standard. Other people, it's okay that they're at 50, 60, 70, 80, 99. It's fine. As long as they're putting in the effort and they still want to be here and they still are committed to this goal of this really ubiquitous happiness. This is superabundance here, okay? And in your mind, I feel like superabundance requires super effort, okay? And so you are, I think, going above and beyond what any of us are capable of. And that's fine for you. If that's your kind of optimal level, that's wonderful, right? But not everybody else can do that. So when we think of equality, we think of, okay, I'm going to take 50 grocery bags, you're going to take 50 grocery bags. But what if you are this huge, strong person and I'm just this little mouse, That's not quite fair. I'm struggling way more with 50 than you are, right? So that's not really equality to me. Okay? It's not about everything being exactly the same, but it's about everybody according to their potential, to their nature. Everything true to who they are, true to their nature. Now, if I'm that little mouse and I say, I can't carry any grocery bags, sorry, you got to carry all of them, well, that's not fair either. But between a giant and a mouse, like an elephant and a little mouse, I don't know, 80-20? I'm not sure. But you get what I mean. It doesn't have to be a 1-to-1 ratio with other people in our lives. And maybe this is financial for you in your family situation, maybe with your spouse, friends, lovers, co-workers, wherever this is taking place for you. We've got to look at the equality of effort and labor and stuff here, the proportion, I guess. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite and unknown. And, ooh, there's a volunteer. And we're just going to set this one down over here. We're going to put Mr. Ed the Tiny Horse right on top. Now, as I was shuffling the cards earlier, the first time I was shuffling the main cards, oh, we got 2 volunteers. I kept seeing the Chariot card, and I believe the Chariot is going to show up here somewhere. First, we have the Emperor, which is the Aries energy. Okay, I'm feeling we're going to get some kind of Chariot and some kind of cardinal water here to kind of almost go with the Prince of Cups in a way, right? That water energy. But these 2 cards were volunteers. Now, I don't know if we should leave these as mystery cards. Or why don't we just look at them now, right? Let's go, both of them. We've got Justice and the Queen of Pentacles. So first, Justice card, all about that equilibrium, right? And it's the idea that maybe we're expecting something to be fair. We think 50-50. Well, that's not fair. It's not always fair, right? If you and I are exact equals, if you and I are clones of each other, right? If we're twins, identical twins, then maybe 50-50, right? But even then, I don't think 50-50 is really all that fair. So when we get a card like the Justice card, it reminds us that everything has to be according to its own nature, according to its means. You don't ask the mouse to carry the same weight that you do the elephant. It's just different. We're all the same, but we're all different, right? So fairness and equality in this situation doesn't exactly mean a 1-to-1 ratio, and I think that's the message here. The Queen of Pentacles is you looking at the past. And it might even be us kind of realizing the way we've been operating, the way we've been demanding of the people in our lives, our friends, families, lovers, coworkers, business associates, our employees, whatever. The way we've been expecting a certain standard from everybody, right? How have we been fair, or how have we been maybe out of balance? It's the idea here in the workplace where it's not like you expect everybody. See, I worked at a job where you kind of had to produce a certain amount of products every hour. And it's like they wanted everybody to be at, let's say, 50 of these things every hour. Well, some of us are slower, some of us are faster. There are old people, young people. We all kind of, my maximum effort is different than somebody else's, right? So nobody really was doing 50 an hour. But that's just kind of, that's what they wanted, right? But the way they did it, which I think was really, really important, was that they just kind of kept track of everybody. And they didn't punish you when you got less than 50. Didn't really reward you when you got more than 50 either, but they just kept track of everybody. And every couple of months they would go back and keep track of everybody again. They would look at the numbers and see some people maybe started out at 20, but hey, over a couple of months now they're up to 22, 23. They're getting a little bit better at it, right? And that's just kind of a marker. Well, this person, they seem to be, and sometimes maybe they're at 19, some days, some months, they're up to, 30 or 40 and stuff. But it's just a way of seeing like what somebody's really capable of and kind of evaluating them, I guess, based on that individualized kind of standards, rather than just across the board, 50 or you're out of here, right? Which I've been in jobs like that too. If you can't do 50 an hour, you're fired. So I feel as if we are kind of evaluating the way we have approached this sort of thing. And I don't know, it feels like you're a business owner or something like this, but this really could just be the kind of the sharing of responsibility, let's say, in our relationships, in our life in general. The expectations that we put on other people. Now, mystery card, if you got a prediction, put it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free, right? And it helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. Let's see what's going on with your general energy. Two of Pentacles. Maybe we're making some changes. Maybe this is a conversation or a realization even for within yourself. I feel like there's a conversation coming, and I feel like it's kind of unexpected. It kind of shocks us, maybe hurts our feelings at first. But we're happy that they were honest with us. It's allowed for some introspection with the Queen of Pentacles, where we can look at the way we've been approaching things in the past. What has our kind of business practice been in the past, And how can we be a little bit more fair, a little bit more equal in this kind of, this different sense of the term? Because then with the Two of Pentacles, we can make positive changes. Positive changes that will allow us to get to the goals that we want to make, that we want to achieve, right? That can contribute to us living the life of happiness, of meaning, of superabundance, of pleasure, right? Of purpose. We got to maybe make some changes. And nobody really likes to hear this, right? Nobody likes to hear when somebody says, hey, I don't like the way we've been conducting our relationship, right? The Eight of Pentacles, very nice. So the Eight of Pentacles is a more proportionate response to things. The Emperor is very good. And see, even with the Emperor, I kind of feel like this is you as the kind of business leader or the CEO or the business owner, the supervisor, manager, whatever it is. The Eight of Pentacles is this approach now to your life generally. That's one of proportion. It's not just saying, okay, every plant needs to get, 5 gallons of water every day. Maybe, I don't know, is that too much? I don't know. I don't have much of a green thumb. My wife does. Every plant here gets 5 gallons of water every day. And that's it. You get 12 hours of sunlight, and you get 1 scoop of the vitamin dirt stuff, plant food. And that's it. That's going to make some plants very happy. That's going to make some plants very, very scared. It's either going to be too much and they're just going to be overwhelmed and they're going to die. Or it might not be enough for some of these other plants and they're just going to wither and die. There would be very few that are like, hey, this was perfect, right? You hope you're one of those plants. But the rest are decimated, okay? So this is us knowing how to interact with everybody individually. We can say, I've got these universal goals. I want 50 of these little plastic parts that we were making. I want 50 of these done every hour. But then when it comes down to our individual interactions, we have to know what everybody is capable of and what they need. What can I do for you so that you can do as many of these an hour as you can? What is your optimal kind of environment? How much sunlight and water and plant food do you need? Everybody's different, right? And so this is that new kind of approach. We don't expect not everybody can do what I do, right? So what can you do and what can we do together? And what can I do to make your life a little easier so that you can perform optimally, right? Because I feel that's kind of the problem. Like, you've been running forward so fast that maybe you don't realize that while it's totally comfortable for you, everybody else is like starting to really feel it, right? It's really kind of dying there, trying to keep up with you. In whatever area of life we're talking about, I think we need a little bit more prudence, a little bit more of this measured approach to our life, to the environment, really, which involves our people, right? And our situations, our relationships. The obstacle there is death. Okay. The obstacle seems to be that maybe we wonder if this is even the right situation sometimes, right? Because death is kind of like, it's really, in some ways, it feels like the opposite of this. This is the card of life, right? And this is the card of, it didn't work out. This is when we've killed off all the plants, right? That our approach really made nothing happen. And so we feel that, oh my gosh, I've just wasted all this time. I've just totally destroyed my garden. Or I've destroyed my business, or whatever, that I thought I was doing the right thing, but now none of my plants are growing. And I don't know why. All my plants are dying all the time. See, I'm not good with growing plants, And I think really I've had this problem before. I just think, okay, I'll just leave it in the sun all day, and then it'll be fine. The other thing, really, and my wife she's very good at this stuff. My wife does tea leaf readings. She's over at Ula Tea Leaf Readings. Go check it out. She likes to remind me that some plants are made for different environments. Things that grow here where we live wouldn't grow in California, and vice versa. So just because you go to the store and you buy a plant and you want it to grow, doesn't mean that it's going to be okay with the climate here in the state or the area where you live. So it's very important that we remember, especially with the Eight of Pentacles in the position of the environment, that we understand environment does play a huge factor, right? Some people really work really, really, really well. They work optimally when it's like below zero, right? You put them in California, their level of productivity is going to go way, way down. All right, environment matters. Environment really does. If this is a work situation, the work environment matters. Is it just all dull gray walls, right? Is there any life here? Like, what's the environment like, and how is that affecting your relationship with this person or this group of people? Okay. But the Death card in the position of the obstacle, yeah, it's you got to try to get over any kind of regret that it's kind of this is that fear of that realization of kind of the way maybe we've been approaching things, and feeling as if we've kind of we were the cause of something kind of terrible, right? So let's not dwell on that. But the final outcome card Another Queen of Pentacles. Still no Chariot. I really thought that there would be the Chariot. I kept shuffling this one before I turned the camera on, and I kept seeing the Chariot as I was shuffling. I thought for sure it would be here. Oh, well. Queen of Pentacles at the end. Kind of a different one than this Queen of Pentacles. This one was us realizing, wow, yeah, I didn't realize that I had been behaving that way, and now I feel kind of bad about it, right? I don't feel this bad. We don't want to get feeling that bad about it, because what we want to do is make the changes we need to make and keep going. Let's keep going on this. Let's make it work. You know, I'm willing to change what I need to change and fix the environment and fix my approach to the relationship, and it can be a super abundant Nine of Cups still, right? So this Queen of Pentacles now, rather than being you right now looking at the past, this is you in the future looking at right now, okay? What you do right now is going to determine who you are, where you are, and what you're going to be doing in the future. Okay? This is your future self looking back on this moment and being very happy that you had this difficult conversation, that you had these kinds of this self-realization, right? That you're aware of yourself and that we're able to put the right foot forward and make progress and make the changes we need to make and keep trying to do better and better and better and grow this super abundant future. Okay? Your future self is going to be very proud of you. I know that. Let's look at that mystery card. I'm still going to say Chariot because I feel like it's there somewhere. I feel like it's kind of like, because see, the Chariot is that cardinal water energy, right? Fire and water. So it kind of is like, it's us getting a feeling and just being compelled to act on it. Of course, we don't want to act in this situation where we just kind of, almost like we feel so bad or embarrassed that we just want to wither away and die and we just want to like disappear, you know? Not that. But the Chariot would then be, okay, I can handle criticism. I'm devoted to this happy future that we're building. You know, I'm sensitive, but I'm not going to react inappropriately to this conversation, right? But really, I want any kind of water energy, I think. We've got the Nine of Cups. Maybe a Three of Cups would be nice, kind of showing that we're so happy now. We've had this conversation. Maybe it's difficult. But now we're all just like, we're back to just being friends. We're hugging again. And it's, you know, everybody seems like happy. Everybody feels relieved that we've had this conversation and now we can get back to having fun and being productive and making progress, right? Let's see what we have. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Oh, good. There's the Chariot. Nice. Yeah, we can handle the criticism. We can handle it's not a personal attack. Okay? If somebody is telling you how they feel about some aspect of your relationship with them, whether it's romantic or it's a work thing, it doesn't matter. It's not a personal attack. It's them telling you how they feel and what their needs are and whether they are or are not being met, right? And maybe what they would like to see happen differently. And you can handle that. And it's not going to derail you. It's not going to throw you off the track. It's not going to impede your progress. In fact, this is something that's already on the track, slowing down your Chariot, slowing down this train. Okay? So we don't want it to derail the train, so we got to get it off the track. It means we got to clear the air. We got to have this conversation, clear the blockage, clear the track, so this train can start going even faster. You can't pick up speed now because there's something on the track. The train, it's going to be a mess. We don't want that. So I think this is very good. This is us understanding that maybe we have to slow down for a moment, clear the debris off the track, and then we can pick up speed again. Okay? This is really, really nice. We're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Sagittarius Wednesday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from, especially if you're a first-time viewer. Welcome. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.